Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our North American Leadership Academy. I'm Debbie Grisey, and I'll be your host this evening. It's really wonderful to see all the people logging in from all over North America. If you haven't shared in the chat yet where you are from, let us know now so we can see where everyone is from. This is a leadership training that we do for the field every week. If you've been invited as a guest, it's a no-pressure way to eavesdrop in and see how this business is done, what kind of support you're going to receive, and make a better decision if the business is right for you. As you will learn about our company, products, the compensation plan, leadership, and hear some real stories from real people. So to kick off tonight's program, I'm going to introduce Dr. Sam Rassoul. Take it, Sam.
Thank you so much, Debbie, and I'm so happy to be here and a part of the Rain family, checking in from Miami, Florida. I'm a sports rehabilitation chiropractor, and I love the products, I love the business, and I can't wait to get to know all of you.
All right, and Sam, I believe you're going to be sharing on how people, I guess the products that are best for athletes, right?
Yes, Randy, I was going to go ahead. I'm just trying to share the screen here, so give me one moment. So put it here, and can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So a little bit of background, because obviously this is more about the business and this wonderful supplements Rain International presents, but a little background about myself. My name is Dr. Sam Rassoul. I said sports rehabilitation chiropractor and nutritionist. My background actually, chiropractic is a second career for me. I was actually formerly a biomedical engineer. I got my bachelor's and my master's degree from the University of Miami. So go Canes. I bleed that orange and green. And I worked as a medical device engineer for several years, but it was actually a sports injury. Being an athlete my entire life, it was a sports injury unrelated to my spine, not my neck or my back, but an elbow injury that led me to take the medical route. And I wasn't getting any relief. And I went to see a chiropractor, much to the chagrin of myself, because I fought it tooth and nail. And my friend, I told him, I don't think chiropractors are real doctors. I was very, very ignorant at the time, and I loved what the care I received. I decided to change professions, and I went to school at Logan College of Chiropractic, got my degree as a doctor of chiropractic, came back to South Florida, I've been practicing for several years. I came back and I really wanted to focus on athletes because it's not just about pain relief. Athletes understand this more than most. It's about performance. It's about injury prevention. It's about being your best. Now, many people, your weekend warriors to your collegiate and pro athletes, all understand this to some extent. But in my experience, most of the athletes, when you speak to them on this wavelength, they kind of jive with that. They're like, oh yeah, I definitely want to take my sport or my abilities to the next level. I was actually introduced to Rain via Mr. Randy Gage, who brought the products to my attention in my office. And I've been approached by many companies, I'll be honest with you, many products. I've been fortunate enough to be recognized in the South Florida area, both through TV, radio, podcasts, and so on and so forth, in the sports world as a healthcare practitioner. And so I'm always reluctant when people approach, I have the greatest thing ever. And I'm like, okay, it's nice. And I like to do my due diligence research. I give all credit to Randy because he really brought this to light. And actually, it's almost like one of those things where you say it's too good to be true. Well, sometimes it's not too good to be true because this is true. Rain International products are phenomenal. The more I dug in on it, the more you start digging, the better you find out these products, how good they are. And specifically for athletes, I've used this mantra whenever I talk to my athletes, whenever they talk to me about supplementation and or nutrition, you really want to be proactive with it. And I always use the 3 Ps. You want purity, potency, and powerful. The 3 Ps you really want to have. And Rain knocked it out of the park with their products. You talk about purity, potency, and powerful products. Obviously, the potency you can see on the slide here, 20 to 30 times more potent than the other supplements that are on the market. And the biggest thing for athletes is you want to get the best products into your body, because obviously the fuel you put in is the fuel you get out. Now, Rain has some wonderful products. Everything that I've sampled myself and used with several of my athletes, from my weekend warriors to my high intensity interval training athletes to my marathon and triathletes, and now I'm working with a lot of my. They were really reluctant at first, but some collegiate and pro athletes, as well as pro bodybuilders, are starting to get on these supplements. And I guess to summarize what the best products are, going through this, let me see if I can kind of go through the slides here. The first and foremost, the two that I love, Soul and Soul Red. Number one thing I've noticed, especially as I got my certification in nutrition, analogy I always use is that if your house is on fire, you can't start rebuilding your house. Thus is what happens when you're in an inflamed state. Inflammation can be good or bad. I'll say that because some people are like, oh, it's given a bad connotation. Inflammation in the short term, like you gain from working out, you get a little bit of inflammation, you get more blood flow to the area, you rebuild your muscles stronger. However, chronic inflammation and systemic inflammation, which is all over the body, is one of the most detrimental things. I don't care if you're a New Year's resolution person trying to lose 10 pounds because it's January 1st and you're going to do it this year, or you're an athlete trying to take your performance to the next level. If you are in an inflamed state, you cannot achieve your health and wellness goals. I'll repeat that because it's worth stating. If you're in an inflamed state, you might as well, doesn't matter what doctor you see, what therapist, what trainer you see, or what you're doing. You've got to put the fire out. And you, my friends, have the tools to do what no other people on the market have. You have the tools to help your clients put out their fire. This is so key, because as Soul and Soul Red help to detoxify and basically bring down that inflammation through the cells, you're actually able to then use the energy for naturally weight loss, performance, and taking your workouts and or movement regimen to the next level. The proof is in the pudding, and I love both of them. I don't say it's like, the first and second. I say 1A and 1B with the Soul and Soul Red. Next, and I'm going to skip one slide here because I'm going to come back to that one. But I love the Bend formula, because if you have any athlete and anybody on this call tonight, if you've ever went through any kind of workout regimen or played any sports, you understand that you're going to experience joint pain. Now, as a sports rehabilitation chiropractor, I treat all patients for ankle, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, wrists, you name it, I've seen it in my office. But a lot of times you want to nourish those joints. So what supplementation are you taking? Well, the beauty with Bend is a lot of athletes, we're seeing this trend going in a plant-based, basically swinging to a plant-based diet. Maybe not entirely, but more and more athletes are not only surviving on a plant-based diet, they are thriving in their respective field. From professionals like Chris Paul and DeAndre Jordan in the NBA, to one of the most decorated Formula One racers, Lewis Hamilton. People that are adopting a plant-based diet are seeing phenomenal results. Well, you're able to give your clients something that's going to help their joint pain because it has vegan glucosamine and chondroitin in the Bend formula, which people are like, it's much easier for their body to absorb and digest and absorb and use. See, again, the biggest thing with supplementation, it's not about what you take, it's about what your body uses. It's about how it digests, how it absorbs, and how it's utilized. With Bend, you're getting 20 to 30 times the potency, and they're powerful because your body can actually use the nutrients at a cell level, period. So that's a huge one you really want for your athletes as well. And of course, we hear about the greats, Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Michael Jordan, LeBron James in the athletic realm. You've seen pictures, I'm sure, LeBron James with those eyes, Michael Jordan with those eyes, Kobe Bryant. They're laser focused. Any athlete will tell you that when it comes to their respective sports, whether they're in a gym lifting weights, they're in an Orange Theory or a CrossFit class, or doing a Pilates or yoga class, You want to be mentally there. You don't want to be thinking about or clouding your judgment or clouding your memory trying to do something, because that will not only not allow you to achieve the best for your sport and or your exercise, but that can actually lead to injury. So if you lose your form, you're like twisting your body, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I threw out my back, or I twisted, or I hurt my knee. But when it comes to mental clarity, Bright is a fantastic formula for anybody, athlete and non-athlete. But my athletes have told me they are ready to rock and roll when they step into their, whether it's field, gym, court, whatever it may be, with the Bright formula. And they're like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm on fire mentally and able to take my game to the next level. So this is another one that's very, very important. And probably, guys, my favorite supplement, I know I love them all, but my favorite has to be this. It says coming soon, but we don't have to wait no more. The Beat formula is absolutely phenomenal. In this day and age, our society, with a multi-billion-dollar industry that the energy drink, they're out there, from your Red Bulls to your Monsters to your Rockstar to your Celsius. Anybody who's working out, athlete in the gym or any kind of collegiate and or any kind of sport, maybe has experimented with you taking an energy drink when needed. They need a little boost. The problem with these energy drinks is just like the problem with caffeinated beverages, like too much coffee. You're going to spike up and then you're going to crash down. Well, that doesn't happen when you give your body the natural nutrition it needs to actually increase circulation and heart health. That's what you get with the Beat formula. The Beat formula allows your circulation to improve. You're carrying more oxygen throughout the body, so your organs and your muscles and your skin are getting the good nutrients. So you're going to feel better, you're going to look better, you're going to perform better, and the proof is in the pudding, because I got to give all the credit. Mr. Randy Gage shared this with me. He's like, try this Beat formula, you're going to love it. I said, okay, I'll try it. All of a sudden, I started pushing my gains in the gym to something I had not done in, I don't think, since college. I couldn't put the weight on fast enough when I was lifting in the gym. I couldn't, and I would look at my watch and I'm like, I've been here for like over an hour and I feel like I could go another hour. My energy was just so, but it wasn't this jittery energy. It wasn't like I was shaking. It was just this like, I feel good, I want to keep going. I feel good, I want to keep going. Yes, I'm dancing as I'm doing this show right now. So, that's how I felt on the Beat formula. That's how your athletes and your non-athletes are going to feel. And they're going to be able to not only reap the benefits inside the gym, but when they come home and they're nourishing their body with the proper nutrition, they're going to have increased blood flow because of the Beat formula. So you're carrying the good nutrient. Any athlete will tell you recovery is so important. So when it comes to recovery, you also want to incorporate Form, which is a bioavailable protein powder. Again, protein powders, there's so many on the market, this many grams, that many grams, but it doesn't matter how many grams you take in, it's what your body digests, absorbs, and utilizes. And when you have something that the body can easily digest, utilize, absorbing it and utilize it and use it to build lean muscle tissue, you're going to get better results. Form is the way to go. So these are some of my favorites, I would say, for my athletes. They're all great, by the way, but some of the top that I would absolutely recommend to you guys, the Soul and Soul Red, definitely for inflammation, the Bend for your joint health, the Bright for your mental clarity, the Beat to make sure you're getting going in your workout, and of course your recovery with the Form. So that's my 2 cents about I wanted to share with you guys. If you guys have any questions, please chime in. But I appreciate, I'm sorry I kind of talked your ear off, but I just wanted to share. I get excited because, like I said, I've seen the results on myself and I've seen it with my patients and my clients, and they absolutely love it. And I know your guys are going to love it and your clients are too.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was fantastic. Thank you so much, Dr. Sam. Okay, now we have a great guy coming up. His name is David Liddy, and this is the most exciting part. He's going to explain leverage to you. So take it on, David.
Well, thank you very much, Debbie. And let me share my screen. Is that on board? Hang on. Ready to roll. So good evening, everyone. My name's Dave Liddy. As while this comes up, actually, I got to try this again. I get the honor of being part of the team because Randy Gage gave me a call. And when he did so, this has been many years since we've been together because I had the opportunity to work with Randy and even Debbie and a few others here when we were participating with another company. And we learned what leverage was at that point. And I'm just having a little technical difficulty on this share. So, in getting the screen up and running. So it is sharing, but it's not going to the presentation side of things. Can you see this on my screen, everybody?
Yeah, we're seeing the slide. It's not full screen, but we are seeing the slides.
And I apologize for that. So let's try present review and let's go for it. Why it's not, okay, here we go.
Perfect.
So there we go. So again, thanks again, everyone. And I'm new to the team, so I'm going to do my best shot with this. But here we are talking about building our ultimate lifestyle business. And really, what is that? I've been a consultant for a really long time. I also worked in a publicly traded arena with one of the 63rd largest corporations. So I've always been an employee. I've owned my own businesses outside of network marketing. I'm not sure why that, okay, there we go. So I've had an opportunity to live on both sides. And when we move forward and we start talking about the businesses, this what we have in front of us, we're going to try with Rain, we're profiting from the mega trends that are out with us today. So social entrepreneurship is a big deal. There's quite a few people that are finding a way to be social, to be an entrepreneur, to work with those, especially the younger generation, the millennials, the new generationals, and even us older folks. We're beginning to understand that if we can find a way to be part of this entire new network of the social side of things, social media marketing, gosh, how could we benefit? And we benefit by helping others start their own businesses in a platform that we want to. So healthy lifestyles are another mega trend that quite a few people, as Dr. told us already, we are looking for better ways to not just live longer, but thrive longer. Again, I'm in my 60s and I've been an athlete my entire life, and I still want to run Ironmans and races and to be supplementing with natural products, seed-based products, and what we have in front of us, and be able to benefit from a financial standpoint. You just can't beat that. And then from a side gig economy, of course, I'm a consultant. And as a consultant, if I don't work, I don't get paid. But if I could start a business in my spare time with a few 10, 15 hours a week to have a side gig, how beautiful would that be? And then if we have leverage, as we're going to talk about tonight, leverage is the most important part of why we're here with this Rain opportunity. And again, back to the social media marketing. Look at how many people have been benefiting with the skills to just talk, to be online with the many, many outlets that are possible to talk. And what if we had a business opportunity that could bring us into that same realm? And why it's doing this, I'm not sure. If you can not read it, it's telling us, we are the ultimate side gig business is setting our own business hours. Again, what a beautiful choice. Choose to work with the people you want to work with. So a lot of times we don't want to have much of a choice. In the companies and corporations that I've worked with, I had to work with whomever was placed with me or was part of the team. But we get to choose who we work with. And then in this case, literally, truly unlimited earning potential. So with Rain, there's many different opportunities, 9 to be exact, actually 10 total, to earn unlimited potential by helping other people become successful in opening their own businesses. Now listen to what that says. Becoming successful by empowering others to actually do a good job, start their own businesses, and succeed. That's how we all succeed together. So now when we're moving forward to that as part of what we're doing, and I am not sure why this connection is doing what it's doing. So exotic travel opportunities. What if we want to go around the world, see people we love? We are in 40 plus different countries and growing all the time. Rain has started businesses in places like where all my exchange student sons are, in Sweden, Switzerland, Belgium, soon to be in Brazil. So what if I could go see those exchange student sons, meet their families, hang out with them, and while I'm doing business and growing businesses with them? So we have exotic travel opportunities. And as we grow in the business, those are also part of, there are awards from the company, to go on more and more travel vacation spaces around the world. What if across 16 time zones, when you go to sleep, your business is still awake? Somebody else in a different time zone is waking up and going to business. Again, we create teams, we help people succeed. And with the many different countries that we are in around the world, we get to make money. How many opportunities do you get that? I don't, not currently in my consulting business that I'm in right now, nor when I was owning a windows and doors business as one of my last entrepreneurial ventures. So it's an incredible opportunity. Again, back to the social entrepreneurship of what is it? And again, why is my computer doing what's saying? I apologize for. But from a social entrepreneurship, again, this is all of us teamed together, working across different time zones, across 16 different places. And if we can move folks into action with the right, we only succeed by putting what we say is putting product into people's hands. That's what the proper steps are. And I want to emphasize, here's folks that have harnessed leverage. Mark Cuban, Oprah, Mr. Bezos, our lovely Harry Potter author, Miss Rawlings. They've all created or done something. They've written a book, they've done something once, and they continue to earn leverage every time somebody either buys their products. Cuban's latest one is a large company that's selling drugs at a very, very discounted price. So he's created a system that's working really well, providing product for folks to be healthier in his world and creating leverage with that. So we're trying to work with harnessing leverage. And as we harness the leverage, you're either going to be part of, and we want to say what we say here is to be on the right side of the leverage equation. You can either work for someone else. And one of the folks that we've learned from for years is Robert Kiyosaki. He created what was called the cash flow quadrant. On the left side of the quadrant were the employees and the small business owners. We were always working for our money. And those are mostly everyone on this that hasn't gotten to that point. We're on the right side of the quadrant. You actually have your money work for you. In the case of Rain, we have this incredible corporation that has created the systems, the products, the incredible marketing materials that we need. And all we have to do is go to work with that. So we have the leverage of being part of one of the largest, health organizations, healthy companies that are out there on a new front, a new category of product. And we can borrow on that size and scale to work on our own leverage just by doing the steps that take and proceed with the best results, helping other people be successful by putting product into everyone's hands. Now, how many hours can we work a week? And as we heard a little bit earlier, if we start as a part-time space, what could we do with, say, 15 hours? If we worked 15 hours a week on our own, that's all we could work. But what if we found two people to enjoy the business opportunity with us, brought those to our team, and they worked 15 hours? And if they put in their time with the three of you working, and here we are, you now have 45 hours of productive time spreading the word of Rain across your team, your members, your friends. So you've now leveraged the time of others as part of your team. What if we went one step further and those folks brought in two more themselves? Now you have 7 people with 105 hours a week building leverage, and again, growing the scale of the company and what you're doing, helping each other succeed. By me bringing in 2, everyone else of those folks bringing in 2, and that's just how to start. If we go one more level, we're now into the thousands when we start talking about that. Let me hone in on the 9 ways that we earn. So if you kind of follow the train at the top left, down the first column and up, the first 5 spaces are basically the immediate money. You have customer rewards, fast start commissions, fast start commission matches, and then partner bonuses and senior partner bonuses. So as we come into the company and we start and do the proper steps and bring folks in and get product in other folks' hands, you get immediate success and you have cash coming back to pay for your investment, to actually pay for and exceed your investment. Now I want to stop at the global executive pools and the global diamond pools. This is when leverage starts happening. Just think, we are in 40 different countries. And in those countries, if we reach that bronze executive level, you begin to participate in the global executive pool, which is 1% of all the company's gross earnings that you start sharing in at the bronze executive level. Think about that. You're making money with folks and people that you will never probably meet, the thousands and then the hundreds of thousands of folks that are customers and RAIN team members in countries that you may never meet in that global executive pool. How exciting is that? And then you get to the global diamond pool. Once you reach that diamond level, it's another pool of 1.5% of all the global earnings from the company spread amongst those that are the diamond levels and above. Again, by helping folks join the business, by helping them succeed in their businesses, and you start reaching these upper levels, you get to participate in 2.5% of the pools of the entire company's growth. That's pretty incredible. And then the last two, I'll just briefly go into the team commissions and the generational matching bonuses. We said when you bring somebody into the business, you have a business center, then you bring two people in. You typically want to set the team up as a two-legged structure, a left side and a right side, and you continue to bring folks into the business. So you have a team that has a left leg and a right leg. And in this income center, you earn 10% weekly of the volume of the lesser side. So as sides grow, they're not always going to be even. One's going to be larger or smaller, but 10% of the lesser side, because it's again, paying you on the productive behavior of finding product into customers' hands and bringing more team members onto your team. So that's the team commissions. So you're leveraging how your team is growing. And then the most incredible one, which is just unlimited, the team commission up to $10,000 weekly, just from that income center alone. It's pretty incredible. Again, that's part of the growth of the company. We go into further detail on our Saturday in depth, where you can tell exactly what's going on. And then the last one's the generational matching bonus. With the generational matching bonus, we have 9 levels of earning, and these aren't, and I apologize, my notes are covered up. But on the generational matching bonus, you have levels of earning that you can continue, which will continue to grow and not be limited. So again, this is the 9 ways to earn through RAIN. 4 or 5 of them at the very beginning for immediate money, and then the rest of the earnings through the leverage of what's happening, with what you're doing. And now I'm going to turn it back to Debbie and stop sharing my slides and get that stuff off the screen. So thank you very much for allowing me to share that. I hope I didn't confuse too many people, but Debbie, here you go.
Hey, I thought you were fantastic. Thank you for that. Okay, so now I promised you at the beginning that we are going to have real people tell their real stories to you. So the first person I'd like to introduce is Derek.
Oh, hi.
There you are. Hi.
Thank you. I'm Derek Lord from Chicago, Illinois. And for those of you who remember that the weather changes, we had warm and rain, but today we had snow. My background is in the insurance and financial services, financial planning business. I, like many people, love what I do. And quite frankly, I'm pretty good at it. I enjoy helping people with their finances, but my leverage was still limited. With RAIN International, we now have a global business. It can allow us to create not only additional income for us, but for the first time, we have the opportunity to create a legacy for our family. And I just want to thank all of the RAIN family. Over to you, Rebel.
Would be best if I turned my audio on. Thanks, Derek. How are you? Good to see you. Hi, everybody. I'm Rebel Brown, and I have been a consultant as a rainmaker in advanced tech and biotech for over 30 years. So here I am working 1,800 hours a week to build and launch products and companies for tech investors. Kind of like what Randy's done for direct marketing, but there's a huge difference. You see, I'm killing myself to make money for the investors who are making millions, and I'm not. So I loved what I was doing. I mean, my last 2 clients were an AI company and a quantum computing company. It's a blast, but I was burned out. It was to the point of chronic physical illness, and I was just trying to figure out what I was going to do. And out of the blue, my dear friend Randy calls me and talks to me about rain. So, you know, I have always not done direct marketing, right? I've been in a whole different world, but I trust Randy and I was looking for something. So I checked it out. And here's what I saw. I saw this innovative biotech and nutrition, which I'd never seen. I saw that it helps people and makes people better. I can make money and I can have a life. So I jumped and I could not be happier that I did. So here I am, loving every minute as it rains on me. And I have no clue who to send this over to. So Debbie, help me.
Okay, so that was great. Okay, so now, Rebel, we're going to go over and have Ivan give us his testimonial.
Thank you, Debbie.
Hello, Rain family. My name is Ivan Eccles. I'm from Fort Pierce, Florida. I'm self-employed. I work 7 days a week. I've always looked for ways to make more money, and I always stay in shape, and I always coach different sports for youth in my community. 6 weeks ago, Debbie and Randy introduced Rain to me. And now I have the answer. I can make money, and in 6 weeks, I've achieved partner, and I feel amazing. More energy, my stress level is very low. And I'd like to thank Debbie and Randy for introducing Rain to me and changing my life. Go Rain. To John, I'll pass it to John.
Hello, everybody. My name is John Acosta. So as a 19-year-old working in retail, going to college, working retail is not really doing it for me. So I get the word that Rain is in town. I decided to attend where I learned about Bright and how it could help me in college with all my classes, and about how Beat and how it will help me, and how I just really, really wish I had it in my whole football years of in high school. So why Rain? Well, because I really want to help people my age and tell them about leverage and why I think it's really a game changer. So thank you guys. Over to you, Debbie.
So great to see young people. I love it. I do. Well, now you get to hear from our esteemed leader, who I love dearly, and he's just an amazing, amazing man. You're going to love him too. Mr. Randy Gage, take it away.
It's not easy, but it's simple. Hey guys, so we got a fun topic tonight. I actually want to go through what I think are the just mistakes that kill your duplication. What are we talking about all night? You just heard this amazing session about leverage, how you can unleash the power of leverage, how with the Rain business, average person like me, who's not a college PhD, I'm a high school dropout, but I've been able to unleash leverage to get thousands of hours of that effort by only working part-time from my home-based business. And so particularly for you guys who are here as guests tonight, I think you will find this intriguing, because should you decide to do the business, you'll be able to just avoid. These are very common mistakes that, and I've been in this business for decades now, right? These are very common mistakes that I see even people who've been in for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, they're making these mistakes, and it kills their duplication. And so it lowers their potential income. And what we want you to do with Rain, we want to show you how we can create this incredible side gig business. Keep your job, keep your business to start, just work part-time with Rain, 10, 12, 14 hours a week, 15 hours a week, and we can help you create a really nice residual income. So let me give you these 7 killer mistakes. Number 1 is presenting as the expert. One of the important elements of our business is we use tools, because it's not about does something work. The question is always, does this duplicate? Can we show the business to a school teacher, an Uber driver, a ballet dancer, a CEO of a company, a podcaster, a construction worker, a building contractor, a VP of marketing, and can they do the business and do it in a way that the people they bring in can do it as well, right? And our comp plan is set up to reward you for doing just that. I'm proud to say I am the newest Diamond Director with Rain International, qualified this very last week that we just finished. And how do I do that? I did it with leverage, by avoiding these mistakes. So when I say the mistake is presenting as the expert, if you go and you just free ball some 60-minute presentation on how the compensation plan works, nobody in the world is going to be able to duplicate that. But if you use those slides that you just saw Dave use, anybody can duplicate that. They can click through the slides. We can, we always say, if you're talking with a candidate, use a tool. So we have, here's the mass market recruiting tool, the product magazine. Here's a tool that if you join the business, it gives you the exact step-by-step guide on how to get started fast, right? That way, you don't have to be the expert. You don't have to be an expert on the comp plan. You don't have to be an expert on seed source nutrition. You use the tools and you present with them, and with, you use presentations like this and our Be the Breakthrough presentations that we do on Saturday. Mistake number 2, believe it or not, is doing too much for your associates. You've probably heard the term helicopter parents. We call them helicopter because they're hovering over their kids and preventing them from ever getting their knees skinned. And it messes up the kids, right? You got to let kids experiment and make some mistakes and learn from their mistakes. And they have to grow as people. And it's the same in our business. One of the mantras that I suggest with my leaders is never do anything for an associate that they can do for themselves. So when they say, I have a problem with my order, I'm missing, a box of sole, don't solve that problem for them. Show them where to go to solve that problem. Hey, go to the website, click the link for customer support, right? Somebody asked me the other day, hey, do we do business in such and such country? I have a candidate there. Now, I could answer yes or no, but the better thing is I say, hey, remember the Ultimate Secrets booklet? Go there on this page, and that lists all the countries that Rain does business in. And you can see exactly where we're open. So maybe at first you say, well, wouldn't it be quicker to just tell them yes or no? It'd be quicker that time. But then what about the next time and the next time? If he has to come to me every time to ask me which countries we're operating in, he hasn't duplicated me. So don't do anything for them they're capable of doing for themselves. A mistake number 3 is falling prey to busy work. It's so easy to fall into a pattern of getting ready to get ready and just scrolling through the app and looking at the new customers you got and the new associates and how the volume is building and clean your desk and clean your briefcase and clean your office and we get paid when we do rainmaker activities, meaning activities that bring the rain, that produce volume. Because the difference between a sketchy Ponzi scheme or pyramid and a legitimate network marketing company like Rain is we only get paid on the volume produced by products that get to customers. See, there's no headhunter fees, sign up bonus, none of that stuff. We only get paid on the volume produced by product sales, right? So the key here is that we want to concentrate on doing things that get more volume, produce more volume. So rainmaker activities are getting candidates in front of presentations, helping people become customers, helping them become associates. If we're doing that or we're following up, those are rainmaker activities. So remember, if you're just going to do the business part-time, 10 or 12, 13 hours a week, you want to make sure as much of that time as possible is centered upon rainmaker activities. Mistake number 4 might shock you, some of you. I believe the mistake is selling on social media. Here's the thing. Social media has transformed our lives. It's transformed our culture, our society. There are people who spend 6 hours a day on social media. I get it. We can talk about how unhealthy it is, how unhealthy for kids, the trolling and the hate and the division and the fear that's out there. But it's not, we can't change the whole world. We don't tell people what to do, how to spend their time. They're going to be spending time on social media. So if we want to meet people, we need to be on social media. But the mistake is trying to sell on social media. People get in a company and they, you'll see them, they join some weight loss company and every 2 hours they're putting another post hawking their products. It's just irritating. And so those people get unfollowed and people avoid those people. So I believe you should never be selling rain on social media. I believe you should work online the same way you work offline, which is you meet people, you connect, you migrate them to your candidate list, you develop the relationship, and then when the time is right, you can let them know about Rain, take it offline, and get them to see a tool, to look at a presentation. So it's never about selling online. It's just developing relationships. And then when you'll know when like, wow, this person could really use the Rain products. This person could really use the Rain opportunity and help them. Number 5 is the biggest mistake is chasing MLM zombies. These are the people, they've been in it for 20 years. They've been in 30 different companies in 20 years. They're always looking for the next hot deal. They want special accommodations. They want special arrangements. They want you to pay them money to come over or crazy deals. Just avoid those people like the plague. Just look for real people who have a dream and they're willing to trade 10 or 12 hours a week to do the dream. It's not even a sales business, even though we sell millions of dollars worth of product. It's a business of teaching and training. Because remember, it's about duplication. So who should you be talking to? School teachers, professors, professional trainers, HR instructors, martial arts instructors, ballet instructors, sports coaches, personal trainers, anyone with good teaching and training skills. And of course, all the Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z people, they've just grown up with this concept of social entrepreneurship and this concept of doing side gig, and they're just amazing candidates for our business, and they do great once they join it. Number 6, over-indexing on materialism. one of the things, now this is more of a training, but if you go to one of our Be the Breakthrough presentations, you will see we're not doing the rah-rah and the hype, and we don't have people holding up copies of checks that are 8 feet wide, and we don't talk about how everyone is going to become a millionaire and how you can get rich quick. Rain is not that kind of opportunity. Rain is not that kind of company. This is not the kind of team that we have at Rain. So yes, we can create wealth. We can help people create security, give them freedom, give them choices. But honestly, the best thing to talk about is, hey, let's get you out of debt. I can tell you for my team, that's one of our goals. Every person who joins, we want to get them debt free as soon as possible. So we're not doing the rah-rah hype stuff. We're showing, hey, here, do this, get that. Let's step by step, let's get you to partner right away, and then senior partner, and then bronze and silver, and we just help them go up the ladder. And as big as their dream is how big we'll help them build it. So we talk about getting out of debt, and we talk about the Seeds for Change Foundation, the real mission of RAIN, and that every time somebody uses a RAIN product, part of the proceeds of that go to support the RAIN Foundation. And you know what? When you go with that kind of approach, you really do attract the kind of people who are perfect and amazing in the business. Duplication killing mistake number 7 is prescribing and diagnosing. Remember, we are not a hospital or a medical center. We do not diagnose diseases and conditions. We do not prescribe drugs. Even if you're a doctor in RAIN, you don't, that's not the way to do the business. These are all natural food supplements, and they're all natural food supplements where it allows your body to do the work. What do we know? If you take a product like Soul or Soul Red, it reduces your inflammation, it boosts your immunity. It has strong antioxidant properties, and we've got the lab results to prove it, right? So we have the products that do what they do, but you never want to be prescribing and diagnosing. Again, even if you're a MD, you wouldn't want to prescribe, because again, nobody could duplicate you. Even if you're an MD, you're going to want to use the tools and let people learn about the products that way. So again, this is very related to number 1, where I said the mistake is presenting as the expert. We had a lot of people over the years come into RAIN, and they tried to become the world's preeminent expert on seed source nutrition, and they sell a lot of product, but they don't get any duplication. They don't create the kind of results they're looking for. So these 7 mistakes, you can start off right away, just avoid them. You'll have so much higher levels of success. And remember, this is about helping people become social entrepreneurs, become to grow their wealth by doing good. And just taking a part-time side gig, creating a nice residual income, which gives you better choices of how to prepare for your retirement, the kind of college you can send your kids to, the kind of home you live in, and the kind of car you drive, the amount your money you can support with charities and other social causes that are near and dear to your heart. It's freedom and choices. And the best way to get the best results is to be duplicable, to do the business in a way that the people you bring in can get the same results as you. So it's not easy, but it is simple. And we have the step-by-step process to help you do that. So thanks for watching. Back to you.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you, Randy. Well, I want to thank everyone for participating tonight. And if you're a guest, please get back to the person who invited you here. If you liked what you heard and you liked what you saw, you should lock in a spot tonight because timing and positioning matters. It really does. And for all those associates on those calls, please keep building on this and create a strong week for yourself and your team. I want to wish you a good night and see you soon.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Oh,
Fine light in the beautiful sea. I chose
You can breathe now, Debbie.
you and I,
Good job, Debbie.
you and I.
I did. Was it okay?
Awesome.
Good
I got
job.
my dog all upset. So you were great. You were great. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Well done. Everybody, well done.
Yeah.
Hey, John, are you Isabel's son? Yes? Okay. I thought so, but I wasn't sure, Derek. By the way, Derek, I'm from near Chicago, so they snow. I went to Northwest. Right?
Debbie, you did awesome.
Thank
Debbie, you rocked it.
Good job,
Good job.
Debbie.
Excellent. And so did you, Dr. Steve.
Thank
Thank
you.
I didn't
Have a good one. Go rain. Go rain on somebody.
Oh, rain.
Go rain all over the planet.
That's right. We will, and we are.
Yeah.
That's groove.
Thank you, guys. It was
Thank you
amazing
so much,
to be
and
with
Bye,
you
thank you,
guys.
Debbie.
guys. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Hey, David, you did a great job on that, by the way.
Yeah.
Showed everybody how easy it is to do when you haven't even seen it. You had it for an hour.
Thanks, guys
Right.
and ladies.
Well done.
Look forward to working.